We got problems, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, the border is in disarray. It's a horrible situation. Christy, we got some stats for our people out there watching. Guys, this popped up today. This, I don't want to say unaccompanied minor, this baby, this infant was found abandoned at the border by Grande City Border Patrol. Christy, what do we got on this story?
Just that it was a 2-month-old baby, and it was found by the Rio Grande City Border Patrol agents, and that it was considered to be a vulnerable infant that was left laying out in the weather and all
You
of
think?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, just so sad for the baby. Where are the parents, Nino?
Well, Christy, I'm just hearkening back to the time of Trump. This was under Trump's presidency. I bet they'd be going crazy right now.
Hmm.
And this is horrible. Under any president, this is horrible. And we've heard stories about what they do to these babies. We've heard stories about the women that get, on these trips. And a lot of people might not even know about that. We've talked to Frank Lopez, retired Border Patrol agent. That's why we say y'all build the wall, deport them all. I mean, it's not to be mean. It's that we stand against human sex trafficking. And if you don't know, a lot of these babies, women, and children get preyed upon. And I'm even surprised that this baby was found alive. Sis, they say that, which I know this, but they say that the cartel uses or reuses children. Is that correct?
Yeah. So, one of the retired ICE agent said that the cartel uses them as a fee, and that they get recycled. Is exactly in quotes. What he said is that they get recycled and used to avoid detection or to help get them into the country. So while they're rendering aid to all these unaccompanied minors, which let me tell you, as of August, was up to 11,000 unaccompanied minors that we have control of through the Office of Refugee Resettlement or Department of Health and Human Services. So 11,000 children are in their custody here in the United States, while we are, wondering what's going on with these babies just left at the border,
Christy
like
and
just left laying there.
Christy, and then people are saying in the comments on my Instagram post, that this is basically, us trafficking them. Like then they get put into God knows where, what government agency. We're gonna interview somebody that's gonna tell us the harsh, nasty truth about CPS, y'all. But what happens to these kids once they're in our in our hands?
Exactly.
That's what I wonder. Sis, what happens to these innocent children once we have once they're with us?
Just going back to me talking about how I used to work so closely with Child Protective Services and things like that. Things have changed so much, Nino. You can do story after story after story of negligence through Child Protective Services, through kids being just, that slip through the cracks, that are forgotten about, that end up e- enduring horrific abuse at the hands of foster parents, adoptive parents, things like that. And, who is overseeing all? I mean, from my understanding, we don't have enough social workers to go around to help with child protective services now. So the influx of 11,000 unaccompanied minors, like where are they being shuttled to? Who's providing care for them? Exactly what's going on.
Christy, it's kind of like with the advocate page. Like we tell people, don't become a victim, because once you become a victim, like good luck. I hate to say it like that, but like once these children or once they get placed in the hands of the government, the U.S. government, good luck. Like what's going to happen to these kids, and it's just a very alarming, horrible situation. This pic came across my feed and I shared it, and it's sad to see. And what kind of help are we going to get from the current administration, y'all? Like, who do we blame for this? Let's be
I know
honest,
who
y'all.
I blame.
Somebody needs to be held accountable. I mean,
There's no
I
way
don't
that
even know
this
what to
can.
say, sis, at this point. They're just flooding the southern border. I live in West Texas, and at night I wonder sometimes. I tell my wife, "Did you lock all the doors?" You know what I mean? Like to my wife, I say, "There's things that we worry about as being parents, regular citizens of America, and having a household." I'm like, "What about the extreme cases? Someone breaking in your house, God forbid, being an illegal, or even a regular citizen of America. Nowadays, you just don't know, what could happen."
Yep.
Don't let your guard down, ladies and gentlemen out there. Sis, you have any other stats about this before we end this segment? But y'all, this is crazy. We're trying to get Frank Lopez to give us an update from the border. I seen him interviewing people just on the side of the road, just 10 people just there. Some people wearing Gucci shirts and all kinds of stuff. Y'all, tattoos everywhere, like
dogs, cats, and dogs.
Guys,
and, yeah,
we've seen. I mean, Asians. My wife even said, yeah, they just say it's the Mexicans that come over, but y'all, there's Asians, Russians, there's all for people from Pakistan, Venezuela. I mean, they're planting the Venezuelan flag, mocking the Border Patrol, y'all.
Yep.
So who do we blame, y'all? Who gets the blame?
They can't blame it under Trump. They can't blame Trump for this.
No, they're going to find a way to blame him. But again, y'all, this is just a crazy pic that we came across, and I shared it. And say what you want, but this is a horrible situation. And go ahead, sis.
The stat that I want to give, it says, according to Department of Homeland Security, there are roughly 383 kids coming over the border unaccompanied every day. So just about 400 unaccompanied per day.
Every day.
In 2022, there were 133,000 migrant children who entered the U.S. government shelter system as unaccompanied. And that surpasses the previous years of 122,000. We're already we're going to be way past that by the time this year's over.
What do we do? I'm all ears, y'all, in the comments. What do we do? Because I'm going to be honest, ladies and gentlemen.
Bring up Nina.
Hold on, sis. I'm going to be honest, ladies and gentlemen. People like me are like straight up, build the wall, deport them all. And then you got some people that want to sit there and say, amnesty across the board. Like, what's the way to handle this? I would think that that's a pretty good way to do it. Like, just shut the southern border. Shut it down. No entry. No, do not come. Go home. That's what I say. Christy, go ahead.
I agree with you, and to use whatever means necessary to make sure that it's shut down. They've started with the razor wire across the Rio Grande or Grande, however you say it. And it's not doing anything.
What's up with that? Because someone had told us about that. I think Mikey said that it's not helping at all. No,
it's not. I mean, they have bales and bales and bales of razor wire, barbed wire, whatever you want to call it, that all they're doing is just weaving their way through it. It's not making any difference in the world. It's not the same type of razor wire that you see at the top of prisons or whatever that'll slice you. Slice you to your white meat. It's it's just not doing any good. They had a man either yesterday or the day before that was a double amputee on an inflatable raft being shuttled over the Rio Grande, and it just they were helping him get to land.
And let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen, it's like what Trump said. They're not sending their best. What is a person with no legs going to contribute to America? And say that's mean and heartless. But let's be honest. What is he going to contribute? What is he going to do over here? He's going to go join the bums on Skid Row, or go, jump on the corner in West Texas and go panhandle for money? What is a lame person going to do in America in 2023 to make money? They're not sending their best. Man, you know what, y'all? This is the greatest country in history. We should have very strict rules to even come into this country. If you think about it, it's a privilege. It's a blessing to live here. But this whole country, y'all, to be honest, I look at it like we're like overloading the wagon. It's like we got we just got a situation here where we're just dumping and pumping problems into this, and who knows when the overflow is going to happen, when the dam is going to bust. I mean, guys, the dollar's not worth nothing. I mean, it's bubbling up. Yeah, it's bubbling up. The border's just crazy. Crime. I mean, filth, wickedness is being promoted all the way from the TikToks. We got a video about these wicked TikTok videos we're seeing, y'all. Like, this thing is bubbling up. My question is, when is enough enough? And when is this thing going to boil over? Final words, Christy, go ahead.
So, do you want me to tell you something that'll make your blood boil? As of March 8th, 2023, illegal immigration cost Texas taxpayers nearly $13.4 billion a year. That's for housing. That's for shelter. That's for nutrition assistance. That's for education. That's for healthcare, all of those things. $13.4 billion a year is costing the state of Texas taxpayers.
And what are they saying about, I think, New York? They're going to pay so many millions, maybe $1 billion, I think, in 3 months of housing the illegals over there. Like, there's a lot of money getting put up to house problems that ain't even ours, but then they become ours, right? Chicago's fed up. New York's getting, overran with illegals too. Other countries are getting, migrants going into their cities and countries and just running amok. Italy, for example. Guys, we have to have rules, regulations, borders, walls, people to enforce these laws. Come on, y'all. It's simple as that. If you do not like the idea of a border wall or security along the southern border, then you should go to sleep tonight and open all your doors and all your windows and let anybody just come into your house and let them go into your fridge and eat whatever they want. Mm-hmm. And don't say a damn thing about it. Because if you don't think that we should have a wall at the southern border or some kind of, process where they can't just all come flooding in, then open your house to one of these people. Open your house to a family then. How about that? Bleeding heart liberals? Not me, though. I'm not playing those games. I'm in West Texas, and we're not playing that crap. So with that, y'all, let us know in the comments what you think. Christy, this is crazy. Poor child here, I mean, this is something that we take for granted, y'all. I mean, I know some people do. I don't. I'm grateful that my kids have a father, that I am a father, that I have my kids with me. But imagine being abandoned at the place where so many people just cross, and you're this child. Who knows where your parents are? And there you are, blessed to be alive in South Texas, wherever they found this child. You know what I mean? Like, this is not normal. This is not normal for an American to see. I mean, this is freaking horrible.
Yep. I could never leave my son for $1 million.
I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. Sis, like a regular parent. My son's doing homeschool at the table. My daughter's right there, making faces, and we go back and forth, and we're playing around. You know what I'm saying? We have a family unit here. We're happy.
Yep.
But there's a baby here in the dirt, getting picked up by the Border Patrol. This ain't even their parents. The people that y'all freaking hate. Y'all hate the Border Patrol so much, yet they're out here freaking rescuing these people. What a damn shame in America. How freaking horrible, man. Shame on Biden. Shame on all these politicians that are playing these games. It's disgusting.
Make the wall electric.
Do what you got to do. Make that wall to where nobody wants to come across that that border.
Arm it with machine guns.
Whatever you got to do. And Christy ain't even saying freaking use them. The point is make it a deterrent to where they don't even want to come. Use them if you got to use them. Shoot, I don't care if you get mad.
I mean,
protect our southern border at all costs. Simple as that.
They do it in prisons. I mean, they have the watchtowers with armed security guards or armed deputies up there to make sure that those people that are in the prison don't get out to regular society. We don't know who's coming over, Nino. None of these people are being vetted.
Sis, we see a bunch of men. And it don't take much to look it up yourself. If you follow one of us, you'll see it. Bunch of men, bunch of foreigners, they're not just Mexicans, y'all. At this point, I don't even know if they're really all Mexicans. They're from different countries all over the world coming through the southern border. So with that, y'all, this is a hot topic. Hopefully we'll get Frank Lopez on the show pretty soon. Let us know what you think in the comments. Chrissy, thanks for joining me. You're an American, you're a patriot, you got grit. Act like it. God help us.